In the running back rich Big 12, Giddens wasn't even first or second team all-conference last year. What's going on, guys? I hope you're having a good day, and I most certainly hope you're having a great week on purpose. Now that the season is almost here, I want to preview each opponent, and I want to give you some key components of each team to let you know what we're looking forward to, which key players we should look at, things we should look forward to on each team. I'm going to give you that as we see the governor, Camden Dempsey. Salute to you, my guy. I want to thank Reach the People Media for this video that I am speaking over. You work hard, Darius, and I want to thank you for your hard work. I'm going to give you that, guys, right after these messages. Let Shedeur Sanders tell you who we all around here. Shedeur, let him know.
BWB, bandwagon buffs.
That's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. All right, guys, so welcome back. That is correct. We are BWBs around here. We are bandwagon buffs. Make sure to go on this here YouTube channel and cop your bandwagon buff gear because you don't care. Don't let nobody shame you. We've made it socially okay for you to be a new Colorado Buff fan. And those who want to shame us, they're just going to have to deal with it. This is a series that has its own playlist on the TLP Sports Club YouTube channel. So make sure that you look for this series on the page. This is video number 1 in the series, previewing all of our opponents and the key components to their team. Let's go. I definitely want to give a special shout out to Brian Howell of BuffZone.com for this content. This first one is going to be Kansas State. Well, let's go ahead and find out what are the key components to Kansas State. Let's go. This year's Wildcats are led by Johnson, a true sophomore who flashed his ability last year, but now gets a chance to take the reins. He's really special, head coach Chris Klieman said recently in an interview with 365 Sports. He's the fastest kid on the field most games that he plays. This kid can really roll. Howard was a talented player who is a dual threat, but Johnson is even more dynamic on the ground, and the Wildcats are adjusting their offense to fit him. I'm excited because he's a much better thrower of the football than he got a chance to probably show last fall, Klieman said. We did some things in bowl prep. We did some things in the spring. Made some tweaks in what we're doing offensively, probably to emphasize his strengths a little bit more. I'm looking forward to him having a really good year. He's a very confident guy, but yet a very humble kid. I think he can be really special. Around Johnson, the Wildcats have some new pieces in place, but star running back DJ Giddens is still in the backfield. He has rushed for 1,744 yards and 16 touchdowns in his first 2 seasons in Manhattan, Kansas. Giddens is one of the only 4 returning starters on offense, though, along with a pair of linemen and receiver Jace Brown, who was 4th on the team in receptions. He had 27, and 3rd in receiving yards. He had 437 last year. A lot of similar things, but a lot of different things as far as some run scheme stuff. But then in the pass game, Klieman said in the spring about the offense this year, adding K-State is trying to get the ball more on the perimeter. There's some things that are going to be different that people have not seen here. Please let us know what that is. Please tell us. Please tell us. For real, please tell us what's going to be different. We need to see right now, okay? This is the TLP Spy Cam, baby. Let's spy on the opponent. Let's get him. Let's get him. Let's get him. Defensively, the Wildcats are expecting to be just as solid, if not better. They've allowed just 21 points per game over the last 3 years, and they have 7 starters back. 6 of those 7 received at least honorable mention all conference. It's a group led by senior linebacker Austin Moore. With a good defense, talented run game, and a young quarterback loaded with potential, Kansas State comes into this year projected by many pundits as a top 25 team and a contender for the Big 12 title. Their head coach is Chris Klieman. This is his 6th season. His record is 39-24 on his career, 108-30. The 2023 season, 9-4, 6-3 in the Big 12. They beat NC State in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, 28-19. Series with CU. CU leads 45-20-1. Saturday, October 12th. The time is to be determined. Where is going to be Folsom Field in Boulder. Here are the 5 guys that you need to watch on the Kansas State team. Running back, DJ Giddens. In the running back rich Big 12, Giddens wasn't even first or second team all-conference last year. All right, do I need to repeat that for some of y'all? Do I need to repeat that for some of y'all? In the running back rich Big 12. So the Pac-12 was quarterback rich. The Big 12 is running back rich. Put that in your memory banks, people. All right, when you're having your discussions, add that to your discussions, that the Big 12 is rich in running backs. Let's move on. Giddens wasn't even first or second team all-conference last year, but he was 27th nationally with 94.3 rushing yards per game. As a sophomore last year, he racked up 1,226 yards and 10 touchdowns on the ground, while also catching 29 passes for 323 yards and 3 scores. The next guy to watch for when you are watching these games, guys, is none other than quarterback Avery Johnson. Made his first start in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, leading the Wildcats to a win against North Carolina State. 178 passing yards. He had 2 touchdowns passing. He has 71 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown. On the year, he threw for 479 yards and 5 touchdowns with no interceptions, while also rushing for 296 yards and 7 touchdowns. He ran for 90 yards and 5 touchdowns in a win against Texas Tech. Our next guy to watch for is linebacker Austin Moore, K-State's leading tackler the last 2 seasons. Last year, he had 63 stops and also led the team with 12.5 tackles for loss. He added 1.5 sacks and was named second team All Big 12. In 2022, he had 87 tackles and 10 tackles for loss. The former walk-on has started 27 consecutive games, and he was a walk-on. Don't sleep on no walk-ons, guys. Our next guy is going to be none other than defensive end Brandon Mott, a key player on the edge. He started all 13 games last year, finishing with 27 tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and 2 pass breakups. He received all Big 12 honorable mention. In 2022, he had 6 sacks, ranking 6th in the Big 12. Our final guy is going to be safety Marquez Sigel, potentially one of the top defensive backs in the Big 12 this season. He tied for the team lead with 63 tackles last year. He also had 9 pass breakups, 1 interception, and 3 tackles for loss. A former transfer from North Dakota State, he received all-conference honorable mention last year. Don't forget to remember those 5 guys. And on top of that, here are some good things that you need to know about this team and the CU history. CU and Kansas State first became conference rivals in 1948 in the Big 7. They played every year from 1948 to 2010 as rivals in the Big 7, 1948 to 1957, and then in the Big 8, 1958 to 1995, and then in the Big 12, 1996 to 2010. Yo, lock that stuff in, man. Lock that stuff in. This is what makes you a legit Colorado fan. These are the type of information that you arm yourself with when you're in these debates. You want to give a hater some information, some legit information to hold on to? This is the type of stuff you got to get giddy about, man. This is not breaking news, guys. This is the type of information that actually breaks the haters. Let them know our history, man. You got to know your history for sure, man. Let's keep going. In Boulder, CU has dominated the series, going 28-5 against the Wildcats, including in the most recent meeting, November 20th, 2010 at Folsom Field. CU won that game 44-36. Come on, man. Hey, yo, Brian Howard, man, I appreciate you, man. This is that historical information, baby. If you're going to be a real CU fan, a real BWB, even some of the regular CU fans don't know this information. I said some. I didn't say all, okay? I said some. And when you're a BWB knowing this type of information, man, can't nobody tell whether you're a bandwagon buff or you've been here forever. Let's keep going, man. I'm excited. Can you tell I'm excited right now, man? I'm excited right now. Let's go, baby. After losing offensive coordinator Colin Klein to Texas A&M, K-State promoted offensive line coach Connor Riley to the coordinator role. The Wildcats also hired former Texas Tech head coach Matt Wells as the co-coordinator, quarterbacks coach, and associate head coach. Man, I ain't gonna hold you. This is good information, man. If you think this is good information, man, put that in the comments and give me a like or something. Give me a thumbs up for this information, man. Brian Howard, salute, man. Under Joe Klanderman entering his 5th season as coordinator, the Wildcats have been top 30 in the country in points allowed the past 3 seasons, including tied for 27th last year, 21 points per game. Receiver Dante Cephas didn't have a lot of production at Penn State last year, with 22 catches for 246 yards yards and 2 touchdowns, but could be a huge pickup. He was first-team All-MAC twice at Kent State, playing for former CU offensive coordinator Sean Lewis, racking up a combined 130 catches for 1,984 yards and 12 touchdowns in 2021 and 2022. In the last 14 seasons, 2010 to 2023, the Wildcats have played in 12 bowl games, missing the postseason in 2018 and the pandemic-shortened 2020 season. They have averaged 8 wins in those 14 seasons. Kicker Chris Tennant is back for the Wildcats. This is a note to Mata don't miss. He went 11 for 14 on field goals and 56 of 57 on extra points last year. In his career, he's 25 of 36 on field goals and 95 of 98 on extra points. His career-long field goal is 51 yards. Linebacker Jake Clifton, who was a potential starter this season, chose to leave the program in May and serve a 2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He made 36 tackles in 19 games over the past 2 years. That's what's up, the mission, man. That's what I'm talking about. And then finally, we get the portal movement. How they doing that transfer portal? The Wildcats lost 17 players to the transfer portal, including some impactful players. Starting quarterback Will Howard is now at Ohio State, while a pair of starters in the secondary, cornerback Will Lee III went to Texas A&M, and safety Kobe Savage went to Oregon. All of those guys found new homes as well, all right? Second leading rusher Treshaun Ward, he went to Boston College, and edge Nate Matlock went to Pittsburgh, who was second on the team in sacks, also moved on. In return, the Wildcats added 10 transfers, including running back Dylan Edwards from Colorado, tackle Easton Kilty from North Dakota, might be the best incoming transfer, while receiver Dante Cephas from Penn State could be a top target. Defensively, cornerback Jordan Dunbar from Rice and safety Jordan Riley from Ball State should both push for starting roles. Listen, man, either go back and watch the video, get all of this information in. These are talking points. These are information that helps you to actually watch the games more honestly. The more you know about these teams, the more educated fan you are, the better fans we are. My goal here at TLP Sports Club is to make sure that we are the most educated fan base in all of college football. People like to shame us, but they can't shame you if you have this information. If you know more about the teams than they do. All they know is Georgia and Alabama. That's all they know, the SEC. If there's anything you want to learn about any of these teams that Colorado's playing in 2024, make sure that you go on the playlist and you can learn that anytime. Rewind this video, play it again so that you can learn all of the details about every team that we are playing, guys. And I'm going to leave it right there, and I'll see you, get it? See you on the next video. Okay.